Yes. Yo.
Happy days. Doing it in my head. Doing it in my head. He's there. Living there. I'm living vicariously in my mind.
In your mind, bruv.
Oh, mate.
What? 5, 4.
Man took it to the 5, you know.
Them fake countdowns. Them fake ones.
Can't
2-2
take
funny.
him now. But are we in though? Yeah, we're in. All right, we're back in.
The fake countdown.
We're back in now.
We're back. Oh my goodness gracious me.
Woo!
Look, we're both smiling. Can you believe it? We are both smiling. It's
Samana, waka, 17th and I don't know how. We want it in Bilbao. Come on, sunshine.
Listen, he's gone in a time warp as well. He's gone back literally a
year ago.
A year we were celebrating. A year we were living a good life. What a year we've had, eh?
What a year.
And here we are. Talking Tottenham, episode 14.
14.
Me, original Heartman. You.
Ricky Norwood in the house.
Let's chink it. Let's make it happen.
Love every time.
We are here and it feels like it's positive. It feels like we're in a good space.
Bro, back-to-back wins. Have we had a pod with back-to-back wins? Have we done a pod with back-to-back wins?
We have not done a pod
I don't
with
think we've
back-to-back
done
wins.
a pod
We
with
have not.
back-to-back wins. Like a fully
Clean.
kind of clean,
Just
positive, just wins.
Just winning.
No.
No.
I don't think we have, right?
This episode 14 is the first winning pod.
Wow.
That's what we're going to call this pod,
Wow.
winning.
What? It got to 14 before we had a winning pod.
Even worse,
my
it got to May.
May, you know.
Wow.
2026.
Wowza. May 2026. We're here, Talking Tottenham. Like, comment, subscribe. Keep the following going up. Keep the engagement going up. We are loving every bit of it. We are loving all of you. Thank you. It's our first season. I know you know us from our other pods. You know you see us all over the place. But it's just great that you're showing love here. And we are truly, honestly grateful from the bottom of our heart. So thank you. Big up and bless you. Rick.
Yes, brother.
Zerbi's in the building.
Zerbi is in the building. But I will say thanks to all of those new subscribers as well. And Dow, I don't know whether you know this, but our last episode, episode 13, was our most watched episode. So
indeed.
Again, big blessings out to you, beautiful people.
Bless you all.
And if it's your first time here, just to let you know, myself and the Heartman, we've been brothers for forever. And all we do is chat about Tottenham. So this is our opportunity to have that chat and to share it with you, beautiful people. Normally it's on a positive vibe. We haven't as much positive to talk about. But today,
we're positive.
Back-to-back wins in the Zerbi era, Darren.
I'm a little bit scared though, because I
Why?
feel like there's 2 yous and 1 me.
What? Wait, but because of the energy?
No. no. Energy's great, but there's another you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm really confused.
So this little Funko Pop was made by CJ, and what she does, she normally makes like ones of like all the players. Chris Cowland's got one, Ali Golder's got one, and now I've got one, and I love him to bits. He's awesome. So thank you, CJ. We need to get the Heartman one. All right, CJ, we need to get the Heartman one.
The detail is impressive.
It is, right?
The detail is impressive. Yeah, I'm here for it.
And she didn't give me no grey, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, we'll change that.
Yeah, and the only reason that the facial hair ain't the same is because I had to shave for something else that will be announced at some point.
Maybe we'll do it over the summer. We'll do an announcement of what we do aside from this.
Yeah.
But Rick,
Go on.
we're in it.
We're in it, bro.
We're also out of it.
What happened? 2 games, you know, bro.
2 games.
What happened?
Has honestly changed my heart, changed my vibe.
Ah.
You know, if you follow me anywhere, you know I've said it from about 3 weeks ago. It's the hope that's going to kill me.
Right.
I lived in hope.
Right.
And at last, I can have a little bit more than that.
Bro, I mean...
Talk to me.
I mean, do you know what? Firstly, fully deserved. We've seen the growth of this team under Zerbi. We've seen such a massive shift in tactics.
A very short space of time as well.
Yeah, in tactics, in effort, in heart, but mostly in care. Like, you've seen these players care, that want to win, want to survive. This is what we've been asking for ages. I've been giving you guys that cliff analogy for the last 3 episodes.
Yep.
And right now we've got our chest above the cliff face. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And we're swinging our leg and we're nearly up.
nearly hooked.
We're nearly up.
Yep.
You know, yes, our heads are above the water.
You can see it.
But
Yeah.
we're just nearly up. And you know what? Oh, Dow, you look at that Brighton game, and I know we'll speak about Wolves and Villa, but you look at that Brighton game, and really and truly, we said we deserved to win that game.
Yep.
And it was such a sucker punch for them to score in extra time and to just dampen that whole potential win. But then we have a dodgy game against Wolves. It was, first half was goodish. Second half was a lot nervier. But the most important thing about that was the 3 points, right? Because
100% agree.
Brighton, we deserved the 3 points and we only got the one. Wolves was a bit so-so and we got the win. And after that, I felt their fan base was split, bro.
Tell me more.
Happy that we won, but they looked at the performance against bottom of the table pretty much, Wolves.
Renegated Wolves.
Yeah. And it was like, well, how can we play like that? And how can we win 1-0? And if we play like that and this, that, and the other. And I didn't feel that way. I just felt, personally, I felt that the win was so much more important. And to be able to see out that win, get that clean sheet, and most importantly, get those 3 points on the board. That was the most important thing. We had a proof of concept at Brighton of the way that Zerbi plays and the way that we're going to play as Tottenham. Wolves wasn't the greatest performance, but my goodness, we got the result, right? We got the result that we needed. And then it all culminated in that Aston Villa. I felt that the two positive pieces came together. Performance, play style, front foot, energy, effort, grit, determination, also game management in the second half, to be able to kind of be confident within the back line and Kinsky. Oh, what a world of difference, Dal. I mean, I didn't know what I was.
Ain't seen him for a while. I like him.
Bro, I missed him too. I missed him. But we are here 2 wins, Dal. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you're feeling. We will break it down, of course. But
it's just great to be in a situation where it's back in our control.
That's what you wanted.
Yeah.
That's what you asked for.
We needed to be in control. We were relying on West Ham and other things. Now we're in control. When our games were up.
Yeah.
Better West Ham results were up. And as I said, people spoke about looking at Nottingham Forest. I said, listen, forget about Forest. Focus on the one above us. Yeah. That's the one we need because we only need one team. We don't need two. We just need one below us.
It's like that thing back in the day, innit? If you get chased by a dog, just be faster than your friend. Just be faster than your friend. That's all. You don't have to be faster than the dog. You just need to be faster than your friend. And listen, if you're faster than your friend, that doesn't mean you abandon him. You can phone 999 afterwards, you know what I mean? Call the ambulance for him and his mashed up calf muscle. But you know what I mean? Just be faster than your friend.
That's why we never went places. You see how he would have done me? I'm faster than him, I'm sure. But see how he would have done me? All right, cool.
I'll be zigzagging, bro.
Yeah, he'll block my path. Now we're in control. And I think that's the beauty of this situation now. And I feel that the confidence within the squad, you can see that. And I think it's really interesting that we can be in such a happy place now. But if we went back to just before the Villa game.
Yeah.
Not even just before the Villa game. Remember, we lost Simmons.
Yeah, and Slanks.
And Solanke at Wolves. Like, they were done. They're done for the season, it looks like.
Yeah, done.
I know there was a lot of people talking about where did the goals come from? Where did the performance come from?
Yeah.
And I think with all of that knowledge, you go, it's crazy because at the end of the day, we put in a performance against Villa that showed discipline, as you said. But there was a clear, this is how we're going to play. Everyone understood with and without the ball what they were doing, but they enjoyed it. You could see the players were thriving in it and excelling in it. And it's mad when you think about the pivot of Paulinho and Bentancur.
Yep.
Do you remember the complaints about that pivot early doors in the season? Right. Too defensive-minded. Not their players, as we said about Bentancur, you give that man a player next to him, and he just goes, I know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Let me lead you. But it's the confidence. Go, Bentancur, be the quarterback. Play it out. Push forward. Drop deep and collect it. Go. With Paulinho, you've got someone who, one, is probably one of the most passionate players you'll ever find in your team. Yep. Every tackle's a goal for him. Yep. But he also had the ability to score goals.
Absolutely.
We can't rule that out. He scored some absolutely crucial goals for us. Against Wolves in particular.
Yep.
Like, he's there. He gets himself in positions that he shouldn't be, but it's his game management. And I feel that that's going to become so important, that term there, game management. We have some very important games, and the way in which we manage ourselves in that is going to be so important. Rebirth of Connor Gallagher, of Gallagher.
Yeah.
Rebirth.
I mean, the
rebirth.
I mean, with a Tottenham shirt on, the rebirth of Connor Gallagher has been immense, bro. But you know what? Speaking about, I think that's one of the biggest indictments of Zerbi. I was saying this on Special Podcast after the game. And if you look at that midfield, like you said there, Bentancur and Polinia were the problems under Frank, right? You looked at that midfield and go, well, what is happening here? Where is it going? But under clear management, clear roles, you know, and allowed to express himself, allowed to be trusted. Look at the world of difference to give someone like Connor Gallagher the platform to go and do what he's done.
Yeah.
Now we've said it. You've said it many a time with loads of our signings. We don't know. I don't know why we've signed.
Yep.
You've said that many times.
Yep.
And now with Connor Gallagher, that was one of the complaints over that January, right? We've bought in. We sold Johnson, a winger. We've lost Kudus the next day, and then what do? We bring in Connor Gallagher, and then everybody's kind of going, okay, why? Yes, we lost Bentancur at that time, but okay, why? And we saw hints, but a lot of the time, I didn't see much from him, bro.
Also being played in weird positions.
Yes, right midfield, like defensive midfield.
Yeah, just all over the shop.
Just wherever he is. But the emergence under Zerbi, and the fact that Zerbi knows him, trusts him, wanted him at one stage, I think are pivotal points. You know, the fact that Zerbi is sitting down and, you know, he's done it with Colo, but he's sitting down and he's having these individual chats with all of them. And I think the biggest thing that he's done is wake him up, Dal.
Yeah, totally agree.
Wake him up and remind him of themselves.
I think with Conor Gallagher, I think what impressed me how Zerbi used him, because Conor isn't your typical number 10. But what I've always appreciated about Conor Gallagher when he was wherever he was in the world was his work rate.
Yeah, massive.
And sometimes you get a player like Conor Gallagher, and you know, as a fan, when you watch someone make that big tackle and go in and win a ball early, it lifts the crowd. Connor's got that in his locker. And from minute 1 against Villa, he pressed always. And him and Richarlison, they're dogs. They don't let go. And they are on your case constantly. So with that, it just gave us a real injection of an energy up front that was like, if you're at the back, you ain't got time. You're under pressure constantly. And I feel that Zerbi put that in him to give him that freedom to play that way. And it's brave, because when you play like that, one pass can kill you.
Yeah.
One pass can absolutely kill you, because everyone is pushing. Your centre halves are pushing, because everyone's got to be touch tight. One round the corner and they leave you, you're in danger. But we didn't allow Villa to have that. I'm going to say one point that has been said a lot. Villa dropped 7 players. Not hearing it. I'm not hearing it. I'm going to explain why.
How many did Nottingham Forest drop?
Rick, I'm not even going to go there. I'm just going to stay on what is relevant to our game. They dropped 7. Cool. We don't have 7. Like, look how many we're missing. It weren't full strength Tottenham versus weakened Villa. It was Villa rotating and us playing what we've got. And we absolutely bodied them. We absolutely controlled the game. In football, it's squads. I've said that we can't use our injuries as our excuse for being where we are, because we've bought all these players and everyone's got to step up and do a job.
Yeah.
Villa were not saying we rested 7 players, we look bad. As their manager came out and said, these were the same players I used in this game and in that game and in that game. Tell me, I'm not giving them that excuse. And I love that about a gaffer, because we're not going to do it either.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse. I think the reason why I was excited about the game was because the mindset of the Villa players, and I think that's what kicked in.
Yeah.
Their head is on the next game.
Yeah.
Their heads weren't there, and that's what I hope for. Watch Pod 13, we speak about it. Their heads being in that game where they're going, we lost to Forest, we need to win. Their heads weren't there. They came, they played off their pace, and we were absolutely on our game. And then we were unstoppable at that point.
Bro, you look at the stats. And Villa had stats that we had under Frank. Do you know what I mean? 0.0 XG. How many? I think they had like 1 shot on target, but that came in the 95th minute or something like that. Like they had crazy stats, which basically tells you we dominated them.
Yeah.
Now, what was really impressive to me that I haven't seen up until this point was how we pressed as a team and as a unit, Dal. And when we talk about pressing, right, you know, people think some people would think just push up and make sure you've got enough players in the attacking spaces and we'll get more chances. It wasn't just that.
No.
It was the defense. How the defense pushed up. How we marked out their escape routes, right? So sometimes they had the ball and Richie's chasing them, Tell's chasing them, and then their out ball is the one in the middle, and that's where Connor comes in and he nicks it. Or, like Paulinho comes in and he nicks it. They were setting traps down.
Yep.
You look at the comparison between Villa FA Cup and that Villa game, massive, right? Villa, they could send an easy ball through the middle of us and split us in two, bro. And open spaces, easy for them to get onto the ball, easy for them to get shots off, whatever, But the way in which we played against them on the weekend, bro, night and day, mate.
Yeah.
Night and day.
As you said about setting traps, people who watched that game, we made the pitch so tight in the middle. We know Rodgers is there, man. Couldn't get on the ball. We didn't allow them to get the ball to him. We stayed very compact and we pressed. It was organised. Everyone knew their job. And I think that was the most enjoyable thing watching, was like you would see Richie go, and as Richie's going, you can see his hand waving behind him. Connor Gallagher knows where to go. Colin Wiley knows to come over. They knew their positions. And I think that was a beautiful thing to watch, because it was like watching a team that we love.
But
you know what I mean? We went back to a Tottenham that we know and love, a team that is front foot forward, aggressive, trying to play football, making chances, building.
Being the protagonist.
Yeah. And also watching players like Tell come into his own and getting crosses in, like great cross for the first goal. And remember, that's when he swapped sides from a corner and then it gone back to him on his left foot. I want him to trust his left foot and go, you can whip across him with it. And I feel that, I think what Zerbi quite rightly is doing, I think you highlighted it beautifully there, Rick, when you said he's sitting down with them and he's connecting with them and he's trying to understand them. And you can see that he kicks every ball with them.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a beautiful thing to watch. Like, he spoke about Panini when he's on the floor, crazy after the tackle, and he goes, when I watch players do that, I go crazy.
Yeah.
And that's the fuel. That's an energy source going both ways. And
but we go crazy when we see that as well.
Exactly. It feeds everybody.
Absolutely, bro. Like, the one thing for me as well, we haven't seen improvement in players, right? We haven't seen that.
Very true.
But you look at the improvement under De Zerbi, and he's only been here a couple of weeks. Do you know what I mean? But you look at that midfield that we spoke about, being a problem under other managers, and then now looks totally different. But you look at someone like Kolo, right?
Yeah.
Now, Kolo hasn't had the best of games.
Or season.
Or season. But De Zerbi's there going, all right, cool. You're sitting with me, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, almost like you're sitting with the headmaster.
Yeah.
Like, come.
Yep.
We're gonna go through your homework.
Yep.
And we're gonna talk about your handwriting, and we're gonna talk about the spelling mistake. Like, come, let's sit down, let's work it out.
Yeah.
Like, remember who you are as well. Remember who you was at Frankfurt. Remember why PSG paid that money for you. Like, where is that player gone?
Yeah.
Supposedly, he was also kind of showing him videos of himself, Kolo Muani, being the amazing player that he's been, and going, where's he?
Yeah. Can I have him back, please?
Right?
Yeah.
And so you see an improved performance against Villa, running all day, trying to get in behind, getting some shots off. Not everything fell his way.
Yeah.
But you know what sealed the deal for me, Darren?
I know where you go. Got to give it to
It's
him.
as soon as he got subbed.
Yep.
It's as soon
What a
as
moment.
he got subbed.
What a moment.
So,
Whoever captured it, great capture.
But you know what? We've said it, right? So, with new players, sometimes you don't know how they react or who they are or what their facials are. And some have said that Kolo doesn't look interested or doesn't look like he's bothered or that he cares. My goodness, did he care when he came off?
Absolutely.
He's slapping the fans' hands and he's getting them going. For me, that wasn't getting the crowd. I feel that he was getting himself going. He's like, come on, let's win this game. Let's get this done.
Yeah.
It looked like he cared, bro.
And also the Villa fan that gave him the finger.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that he gave him 2-0, blew him a kiss, and then came to our fan base. And just like that, in that greeting of, I'm home. Thank you, guys. Like, I'm doing this for you as much as you're doing it for me. Like you said, it was a boost for him and for our fan base, because we needed to see something from him. And suddenly we're getting a little bit more.
But what do you think about De Zerbi's effect on him, though?
Well, it's been massive. I feel that De Zerbi has had an effect on everybody. And I think...
Including me.
Yeah. And I feel that we've actually had the new manager bounce. The thing that we've been hoping we were going to get, we've got it. Hopefully it lasts to the end of the season and we see what happens after that, because I don't want to forward think too far. But what he's been able to do is bring everyone together and go, we're all in this together. Zerbi brought the fans in. First press conference, second press conference were amazing. Like PR masterclasses in terms of we're doing this for the fans. We're together. I'm going to build a squad. We're going to work each game. We're in this together. We can survive. I'm here to survive. Galvanised, brought us all together. As I said, his first game, I felt that he was a bit, I'm not sure which way I want to play. And then now we decide I'm going to do it the Zerbi way, which is great. And I feel that every player, when they're interviewed, they're buying in. And that's the thing. You can see them buying in. You see what Danzo and Van der Ven are doing as a unit together. You watch how Pedro Porro is doing. You look at Kinsky, for example, a player who basically under Tudor got his career ended.
Yes.
Like, no disrespect to anybody, but he basically ended the guy.
With the sub as well, not just that 18 minutes, the sub.
That whole game was a career ender for a young man. And you look at what the Zerbi's doing and how he's managed him and how he's managed that situation. Kinsky does stuff as a goalkeeper that I get terrified at, but then excited at the same point. He did one pass where I knew he was going to play it to Danzo. It was very clear Danzo with the pass. Had it on his right foot, put it onto his left foot, looked at another option. The player was coming to him and go, no, I don't want that. Put it back on his right foot. Put it back on his left foot and then whipped it round the player to Danzo. I was like, the confidence in your feet is immense, but it's the fact that the confidence in himself again. Watching him go, I can take these touches. I believe in me. The manager believes in me. My players believe in me. And I feel that belief is what is carrying everybody right now. They believe in the Zerbi, they believe in the football, and now they believe in themselves. And we didn't have that for the whole season.
Well, this is an indictment of Thomas Fraud as well. And yes, his name is Thomas Fraud. Because you look at how he sucked the life out of that whole team, bro. The football philosophy. He sucked the football. He made those players forget how to pass the ball. Forget anything else, right? Forget front-footed. Forget shooting. He stopped them passing the ball. We was Timu version of Stoke FC, bro. Big up to Stoke. I ain't. You know.
You got a new team.
No, big up Torquay, innit? But you know what I mean? We was long ball merchants. We were looking for throw-ins, free kicks and corners and set pieces and those type of goals. That's how we was winning games. That's how we was getting through games. And you could see how he sucked the life out of that whole squad, where the whole squad, they lost belief in everything, bro. You can see it. They lost belief in everything. They lost belief. As soon as they've sacked Ange after winning a trophy, there's a bit of heartbreak there, right? Then they're promised, and you got to remember, us as fans, we will see what the club have promised us as fans, right? 150 million in January, for example. And then we'll hold them to account for going, well, what's happening here? One minute you say we've got 150, next minute you're spending 5 million on Sousa. Like, what are we talking about here? You know, those are the things that that are made public and that we know. But as we know, and as you guys know in your own workplaces, you know more of what has not happened or what has been shady or what has been under the rug. Being an employee, being in the house, you know more of what's happened. And I feel that the players felt like that as well. You know, there's certain promises that the club gave to us as fans that they didn't, step up to.
Yeah.
And I guarantee, bro, I've got a feeling that they promised these players certain things, whether it was, I don't know, recruitment, I don't know what it was, but they promised them certain things. And I think the squad looked at them and just went, you know what, you're a bunch of liars. I don't know what I'm doing here. And almost that loss of faith. Do you know what I mean? That loss of belief, that loss of that loss of care. You know, that if you don't care about me, why do I care about you sort of attitude. You know? And that's just me speculating, right? That's just me looking at it from like an actor's point of view going, okay, cool. What would motivate these actions or reactions, right? But you look at what De Zerbi has done. My goodness, he has reinvigorated the lot of them. Like you speak there about Kinsky. Kinsky was getting compared to Karius.
Wow.
After that Atletico Madrid game. He's getting compared to Karius. Almost like there's going to be a big stink around him and a big stain on his name and his career going forward. Almost like you say there, career ending almost, right? And that is a make or break moment. He got the love from Courtois. He got the love from Buffon. He got the love from
Schmeichel,
right? So he got the goalkeeping fraternity.
They came out.
They came out to support and be there for advice, or if he wanted to reach out.
Also, Tottenham hierarchy with the goalkeeping coach were there for him as well.
Well done.
Vicario too, yes. They were there for him too, yes.
So he's had that support there, and then it's his make or break moment. And the one thing that Kinsky's always needed, I always forget this gentleman's name, or always forget it, but there's a gen on Chris's Spurs Chat podcast. He's English, but he lives in Czech. Croatia, right? Yeah, I was all over the place. But he basically watched a lot of Kinsky.
Okay.
And the thing that he brought up was he needed games, right? As a young player, he needed games. The more games he had, the more he improved, the more confident he got, and the more effective he was as a goalkeeper. Him coming in for 1-2 games for us never really helped him. Mm-hmm. He'd come in, all right, cool, you can see the goal, or you make a mistake, that's it, okay, down, back on the bench, I'll see you in 6 months, or if Vicario's out. Yeah. Right now, he has taken his moment. He didn't shy away from it. He could have crumbled in that goal, bro, because every single game is a must-win. Mm-hmm. Every single game, everything's on the line. Our Premier League survival status, is on the line. And he's coming, and I thought his distribution, his mentality, catching, his confidence, the way that the back line have had confidence in him to pass it back to him and do those things. Mm-hmm. In that Villa game, bro, you speak about the pass to Danzo. It's the pass to your doggy that done me.
Oh, yeah.
So there was a shot. Nothing came of it, I don't think. But, your doggies run through the middle, and the way that Kinsky clipped this ball over, I was just like, what? And that's what we've been asking for, hoping for from all of the goalkeepers. Yeah. Vicario, he ain't that type of goalkeeper, but we're asking him to do these things, and we see how shaky he is. Mm-hmm. But this guy who's been born and bred in this style of goalkeeper... we're starting to see the good things about him. Yeah, bro.
I think it's an interesting one. I think we spoke about it last episode about with Vicario being potentially fit. Would you put him back in? And I know we also spoke about it on Last Word, and I was very much like, you want your most experienced players in these situations. I think it's going to be a really difficult decision now, because as you quite rightly highlighted there, Kinsky grows with confidence, and he's done nothing wrong. Like, in these games, he's not put a foot wrong. You can't blame him for anything. And in many aspects, there have been highlighted moments of his distribution has been amazing. And that's an element of the game that we need in this Zerbi way of playing. Because he does like to attract the pressure. And you've got Danzo and Van der Ven, who we don't have the Romero in that side, who likes to hold on to the ball and really enjoys that. But in fact, I'm going to do a comparison here. So when when West Ham played... their press got beat by Brentford because what they did was Brentford used their centre midfielder. They brought him deeper to hold the ball. But what we would do is use Kinsky. You would go, give the ball to Kinsky. You two then go wider. Kinsky comes forward and plays the ball out. So it's a lovely added extra. Vicario can't give us that. And then what it does, it allows your Paulinians and your Bentacles to be higher up the pitch. So he does give us a number of options for the Zerbi system. It's going to be really interesting for our Leeds game, because it looks like Vicario should be back by that. He should have been back already, but it looks like he could be back by then. What do you do, Zerbi? What choice do you make? Because if you drop Kinsky, what does that do to him mentally?
Yeah.
I think, and I'm going to completely contradict myself before, hindsight's a bright side. Information is key. The way in which we're playing now, with the rumours around Vicario also wanting to be out the club. Yeah. I would leave it as it is. I wouldn't. As I said, if you check my receipts, I did say before I would have put Vicario back in. But what I'm seeing now, with the evidence I have in front of me, I would have Vicario there and go, just support him. If you want to give anything to this team, support this young boy. Yeah. He done nothing wrong. He's doing great. Be in his corner. And you know what, Vic? We'll give you the send-off you want.
Exactly that.
Because you know what? It could even be, if the way the football gods could play this out, our last game against Everton, if we do what we could do, that game is a free hit and we're up.
And you could give that to Vic.
And you give it back to Vic.
But you know what? I think Kinsky has not done anything to warrant a droppage. I think that every single game he has improved. Bro, look at that moment he had at Wolves. The free kick save.
Yep.
The free kick save, bro.
What a confident boost.
Now
Confidence high after that.
Bro, you've spoken about many a time, like you've spoken about Danzo having his moment, and he will have his moment. I think he's had some really good moments so far.
The moment's coming.
Yeah,
the one I'm
but
talking
the
about,
moment that you're talking about,
it hasn't come yet. He's gonna get that moment in the sun. That was Kinsky's one.
But that was Kinsky's one. That was Kinsky's one.
Yeah.
After that, in the last minutes of the game, to pull out that save, massive. It's bigger than a goal.
Yeah.
It's bigger than scoring a goal right there. To save that and to keep those 3 points on the board, keep that clean sheet, bro. Massive. At that stage of the game, massive. I'm like, and I'm with you as well. If Vicario if the rumors are true, and you got to remember this, always a rumor.
Absolutely, always rumors. We never know what's true and what's not.
And with Tottenham, you've got to take it with a bag of salt.
Or 3 bags, 3 bags of salt and ketchup.
Ketchup.
Yep.
But but if the rumors are true that Vic's basically secured a move to Inter. Thank you very much.
We love you. Bless
Good
you.
luck.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything that you brought to the game. Again, I'm with you. Support Kinsky. Be on the bench. Be there as the number 2 into the end of the season.
Yeah.
Let's keep you fit for the World Cup where you can sit on the bench again. But and get. No, I love you, Vic. But I'm just I'm just trying to be funny. But no, like you can go to the World Cup and then you can go to Inter, be in Italy, be in a good team, and live the life that you want to live,
Yeah.
And also, I've got to say about Vicario as well. I've always liked his recovery mentality, right? When he was out, what was it? The arm or the hand? He broke something and he was out for ages last season, I think it was. Yeah, because we went through 4 goalkeepers last season. He was out for a while, and during that time, he was reading Buffon's book. And he was reading and talking about mentality, and how he was looking to strengthen his mentality and kind of look to improve the bits that were weak. And Vicario's mum and dad, they are Tottenham crazy.
Oh yeah, they're proper fans.
They are proper fans, like they are proper in it. They've been at majority of the games. They speak to fans all the time. They'll take pictures and whatnot. So he comes from a good, loving football family.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. So thank you for everything. But if you've secured your move and we're going to part ways, then for me, again, stick with Kinsky, man. Let him play the rest of the season. He's earned it. He hasn't done anything to warrant a drop. If he's got the Tottenham cockerel in his shirt and he's going to be here for longer than Vicario, then I'd say, let him carry on playing because... Right now, bro, he is doing everything that he can to put himself in the best light. And his mentality to come back, like I said, make or break, for his mentality to come back and put out these performances and get more confident game in, game out. You look at that Villa game, bro. Yeah. That Villa game, like you said, shift to the right, shift to the left, shift to the right, and then bang it. Bro.
Yeah. Confident.
Hugo, I love Hugo to bits. Hugo's a ledge.
Absolute legend of Tottenham.
I love Hugo Lloris to bits. But every time we pass it back to him way too many times.
Heart attack.
And every single time, heart attack. And I'm like, yo, don't do it. Do it. Now, Vicario was in the middle. Sometimes he could get it right. And then other times he looked. Yeah. Kinsky, my goodness.
Yeah. I think it's such a tough one because with Vicario, coming back in, say Zerbi goes left of what we're saying and he puts him back in. With Vicario, he will make a worldy save.
Yeah, of course he will.
He's that goalkeeper. He just has a moment. He's the goalkeeper who gets the one where it should be a postage stamp.
Yeah.
And he will reach it and go, I don't know how he did it. And he does. But then he'll fumble one. And you go, what happened? And it's crazy, just the contradictions. And I feel that what I'm really enjoying right now is with the absences that we have, like we don't have Vicario. Kinsky has absolutely earned his place and done great. We don't have Romero. Danzo looks absolutely like a colossus. He looks like a giant back there. And him and Van der Ven are really working well together.
Pace and power, bro.
Pace and power. But also the understanding of Van der Ven made one to memory recovery tackle in that game.
Yeah.
Other than that, they had it under control.
Yeah.
And that is because they complement each other really well. And when when playing the Zerbi football, this is why it's so crazy that Romero, as much as he frustrates me, is such a Zerbi player.
Massive, bro.
And what Danzo showed is how to do it without getting booked all the time. What Danzo was able to execute is when the press gets triggered and everyone goes, your centre-half has to be really on it. Because at some point, as Ricky said, the get-out pass is normally the player that is going to have to go deep because they're going to try and get the ball because we've blocked every option. What Danzo has to do and Van der Ven have got to work out who's going. And one has to go. But when they go, they've got to go strong and fair because they've got to win it there. Danzo did it so many times. He won it there. And it's testament to his confidence, his ability, but also the Zerbi going, I trust you.
Yeah.
And I feel that it was amazing to watch Van der Ven did it. Yes, there was one when he got there late, got spun round him, the pass got played in, but Van der Ven's speed was there and he made the recovery tackle. And I feel that there were so many moments in the game where they complemented each other and where you looked at, again, the partnerships. I'm always about the central positions, right down the middle. Kinsky looked good. Vakari and Van der Ven and Danzo looked good. Palinha and Bentancur looked good. Then you went up front and you go, Richie, Gallagher, it was working.
Yes.
Things just work. And Tell's starting to get confidence. I do feel for Tell because I feel like this is not a disrespect. It was going to sound like one. He's like that kid in a school team where you go, you've got so much talent, but you just don't know what you want to do. It feels like the game happens so fast in his head. And I was wanting to slow down and go, you have got this. And I feel that he's a player that may fall in the Kinsky realms of the more games he has, the more he believes in himself. Because I feel that he puts too much pressure on himself. I've got to do something. I've got to do it. And I hope that cross gives him the confidence to go, I've got this. I'm all right.
Well, all right. So on Danzo firstly, right? So on Danzo firstly, what I think has been really telling. I'll speak about Tell afterwards.
Wordsmith here, the wordsmith.
But what I think was really telling is his attitude, right? I've described him as similar to Dawson. Yeah. And the thing that Dawson used to love to do is just be an out-and-out defender.
He loved the tackle.
Love the tackle, love the sliding challenge, love to get his head on the ball, love to have a battle, right? And Danzo has that. And he doesn't have a sulk in him, right? And I think that just looking back on it, and because we are heading towards the end of the season, so we've got a kind of fair scope of certain things. But you look at Romero as a captain, and he's very emotional, right? He's a very emotional guy.
As a human being.
As a human being. And if things ain't going the way you see it on his face, I do think a lot of the refs have been quick to book him, sometimes unfairly. Yes, there's been times that it was a yellow, but I think that a lot of the time that people just can't wait. They just know his name, they know his face, and they just can't wait to book him. But the sulking, there has been a lot of sulking from Romero. You see him sulking, and then you saw Van der Ven sulking, and then you see Spence sulking, and then you see this, and him as the captain as well, right?
Yeah.
Sonny never sulked.
No.
Yeah, when we was going through the decimation of injuries that we had last year, many a time, Sonny was that guy that kept bringing people together, kept doing what Zerbi's doing now, which is having discussions with some of these youngsters and bringing them in, bringing them up, making them believe in themselves. If Archie Gray sees Sonny believing in him, that's going to lift him.
Yeah.
If Bergvall sees Sonny going, I see what you're doing, that was a great pass, that's going to lift him. And we saw those moments last year. Now Sonny's not here. Romero's been our captain. And part of me feels that sulk mentality, plus with the thing, the loss of belief in what the club was promising.
Falls into that promise. Things that have been promised that haven't been delivered. Yep.
Totally. And then under a manager that likes to take throw-ins instead of play football, I think that all of those things, it culminated into that kind of absence of feeling, absence of wanting to win. They lost how to play football. They lost so many different things, but in their heads and in their heart, I think they lost more.
Yeah, totally.
For Tottenham.
Yeah.
And I think that now that we're in this situation and someone like Danzo comes in alongside Van der Ven, it's a bit like Naybet coming in alongside Ledley King. Norridine Naibet.
I remember.
Right?
Yeah. So that's a nice comparison, Yeah.
But do you know what I mean?
I totally know what you mean.
So
Totally.
so Naibet came in with Ledley, and he was just like you said, it's all right. Slow down.
Yeah.
Read it. You know where he's going. Da. And he had a different attitude shift. And I think that Danzo having an attitude shift has made Van der Ven. And I think Van der Ven's bought into De Zerbi as well, because
Totally agree.
He's a Dutch player.
Yeah.
They want to play football.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, he loves to defend as well, but they want to play football. And I think that them two together, having Danzo beside him, and us praising him, the pundits praising him, has made Van der Ven go, oh, tight a minute, I'm still here. I'm still here. And I think that that's woken him up as well. Yeah. It's almost like you've dunked him in the ice tank, and he's like, oh, okay, I've done. I've got to stop banging my feet, because that's when the camera does that. That wasn't the producer trying to be funny. That was me mashing up the things in episode 13. But do you know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that type of attitude has come through, and I think that that's helped our back line as well.
Yeah.
Just Danzo being that class guy, wanting to defend for the defender.
Yeah, and I think also having a maturer lineup, going to more senior players, having Bentancur, Paulinho, Gallagher. These are players who have experienced a lot in their careers already. And that leadership, along with the Danzos, the Van der Vens. Remember, at one point our midfield was Sarr, Bentancur, Archie Gray, and Bert Bell.
Yeah.
Like, that was what we were relying on. Their energy, they're good players. They're young. And you don't always want to have all that pressure on them. And I feel that the way in which De Zerbi has used the senior players have been really telling. And you can see that they've grown into the responsibility. And it's the first time over these two games I've looked at Tottenham and said they understand they're in a relegation battle. They've actually understood the task at hand. And they're actually playing to stay up.
Yeah.
Before, everything you said previously has been all valid. And I feel that has weighed heavy on everyone, and the task at hand has been forgotten. If we don't start playing football, we're going to go down. Yeah. And the Zerbi has come in, and he's just gone, I can't deal with what's gone on before. Right now, you man have to come and start playing football. And you've got to play football my way, and you've got to trust it, and that's going to save us. Once we're saved, then we'll sort everything out. You know, De Zerbi's a bad boy. Yeah. He's a troublemaker. So Spurs can't make him promises to not keep them, because he will walk away. Yeah. And I feel that with that mentality at the top of your dressing room, because let's look at the dressing room, we won't go further up tonight. In the dressing room, if the guy at the top is going, I'm with you, I'm ready to put my chest out and my heart on my sleeve, and I'm fighting for the badge, you fighting for the badge, let's go out and fight together. If you don't want to fight, stay at home. It changes everyone's mood in there.
Massive, bro.
It changes everybody. And the fact that they're all fighting together, I really do, and I'm going to be bold, I really do see the light now. I look at the fixtures. We've said it on here, and I've said it everywhere. West Ham's running is a lot more complicated than ours. Yeah. And the fact that we're now in control is massive. Being in control at this point is huge. They played before us. They have the game that is the worst game for us as fans. Yeah. Because they've got Arsenal, and we're like, what would we prefer?
Can you stop swearing on this damn
I know,
pod?
we'll bleep it out. Yeah? They've got to play them.
You can refer to them as them lot.
Yeah, them man there. Them man there.
Them down the road.
Them down the road. Never got down so. So, obviously, they've got that game. And part of me's like, what result do I want? I've got to obviously put us first.
That's it.
So, us first is I need them down the road to win.
Dal, we just need to win.
But no, let me look at the logic.
Go
because
on.
If that happens...
I was going to swear.
Yep, don't swear. The confidence of us going and being at home, we haven't played well at home all season. I feel that Leeds game is massive for us at home. And I really do feel, and we both said it, that that's the win. Yeah. Yeah? We get the win there. Chelsea, Everton, remember West Ham still have to then go Newcastle, Leeds. Yeah. I don't. Well, I'm looking. That's what I mean. I see the light. Yeah. I'm not saying we're there yet. Yeah. But I see the light because Chelsea look like they don't know who they are. they look a mess.
Well, they'll know who they are when they turn up.
Of course they
bruv,
will. Of course they
against
will. They
us.
always do. However, it's a really disorientated Chelsea that are playing us after a cup final. And we don't know what we get after that. It's such an unknown. But I'm doing game at a time.
Yeah, that's it.
Game at a
That's where we need to be.
Yeah,
that's
game
where,
at a time.
That's where we need to be. But you know what? You highlighted something in episode 13 about the Sunderland game. And that Sunderland game was the first one for Zerbi, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was that thing where it was like, okay, cool. I don't want to change too much.
Yep.
You know, let me do a couple of...
Yeah, he tried to be too gentle with it.
But then we lost through that deflected Shizer goal. Really and truly, we shouldn't have lost that. Maybe a draw. It wasn't a, you know, it was a poor game. But again, it was that moment that you said in episode 13 that he's seen that and then he's gone, you know what? I can't do this. Conte had it at Chelsea.
Yeah.
When he was playing a back four and they were losing, and that because that was what they was used to, and then he switched it to a back three, and then they started winning. I think they won the league with the back three.
Yeah, and that's when he put what's her name, Victor Moses, left wing back.
Yeah.
It's like, I know you're not that player, but you are going to be a left wing back. And
right.
It worked. Yeah.
So, but I think that moment happened with Zerbi as well. You highlighted that in the last episode, bro, and since then that he's been. We've been playing that Zerbi football. We have been little bit by little bit. We're getting there. The Brighton game, we saw a total difference to what that Sunderland game was.
Absolutely.
You know, the Wolves game, nervy, bro.
The pressure was on.
The pressure was on, and it was almost very similar game to that Sunderland game. And it's like, let's not lose this again. Yeah. Let's not do this again. Yeah. Let's make sure that we get through this. And it took into what, the 80-something minute?
It was deep in. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're getting there, and then you see the combination against Aston Villa. Yeah, front foot, attacking, belief, confidence, the high press, the unity, and then the game management as well.
Game management,
the confidence to have game management.
Yep.
If you're not confident within your game, you can't do game management because what will happen is what has happened all season is that we'll try and keep the ball, and as we pass it to one of our own players, he fumbles it, it goes into the opposition player, they run through, and it's an easy tap in. You know, it's happened too many times. So we're getting there, and like you say about that light at the end of the tunnel, we are getting there. I know Ange said that sometimes that light at the end of the tunnel is an oncoming train.
Oh
right?
yeah, absolutely, and
we've had that as well.
Yeah, because as much as I'm saying Leeds, Chelsea, Everton, I can see it be winnable games. Leeds ain't playing bad football.
Nor Everton.
Everton just got a result against Man City that no one foresaw them getting,
and Chelsea always turn up.
So it could be that we get nothing. And that's realistic. That could absolutely happen. But the hope is that it's not an oncoming train. You know what I mean? And that's, I say, the hope is what's going to kill me because I've got to stay in it.
It's not so much the hope no more. Like, I put out on the thing, like, you've been saying that for ages, right? So hope is going to kill us. But maybe before the game, maybe the hope was going to lift us. And part of that we had, right? Yeah. And I think that after the Aston Villa game, it's lifted us again. And right now, bro, instead of going into a game and thinking, I don't know what Tottenham's going to turn up, Jekyll or Hyde, right now I've got more confidence in how we are playing, how we are affecting the game, how we let the opposition worry about us rather than worrying about them. Yeah. Massive, bro. Yeah. It's massive. So we go in there with more of a chance. That's the difference between hope and belief. I've got a bit of belief back, bro. Like, these two games have brought back my belief. You've asked me for weeks now. Yeah. I said, after Forest, all I had was prayers. Yeah. And then I had a prayer and a dream. And now I've got my prayer, my dream, and my belief, bro. Like fully. Yeah. I'm now back in. And I'm now like, oh my, because I was, bro, you saw me. I had to leave at Nottingham Forest, and you ended up leaving at Nottingham Forest. I was heartbroken and beat up, battered and bruised, bro. But like, I can't believe where we're at right now, that we are now actually playing football, that we have it in our hands, and we've got what we deserve, you know, in having it in our hands, in being above West Ham, you know. It's been such a crazy journey, but I'm just so happy that we are now, like you say, landing jabs, landing overhands. Do you know what I mean?
Yep, we're throwing them and they're landing. We're seeing the connect. And
we're winning rounds, bro.
We're winning rounds. And that's the thing. That's all we're doing now. We've got to keep the point score up. We've got to keep moving. We've got to keep on our toes. West Ham are gonna have some difficult games, but they're also gonna have some crazy results. And we know football. Football isn't straightforward.
Yeah.
But the fact that we right now know if we win our games, we're up. You know what I mean? If we better their result, we're up. They know we have to step up for them now. And that's the challenge for them. They could go down the road and get points, and then we get points against Leeds, and it means nothing.
Yeah.
Like it's immaterial. They go Newcastle and get a draw, and we get a draw against they're still not out. Yeah. So being in control is massive, and also it's 1 point, but it's actually 2.
Because of the goal difference.
Because of the goal difference. If we're level, we still stay up right now because our goal difference is better than theirs. Again, those things at this crucial stage of the season are massive. And, of course, hindsight's a bright side. You look at the Forest game. Before that game, we were calling for Tudor to be gone. Yeah. Before that. And it's so interesting. Like, De Zerbi's record is he's lost 1. Drew 1, won 2. Like...
He's got more seasons than any other manager this year.
Bruv. More wins than, more
in 14
points.
games. I think they said it on Match of the Day. 14 games or something.
Just bonkers. We used to go, again, when we review this at the end of the season, hopefully from a place of survival, what crazy decisions have our board made and what crazy situations have we found ourselves in as fans to be put through madness like this? And I don't believe, as Anne said, is it another trend? I don't feel that it's an easy ride now. I still feel it's going to be bumpy. I still feel we're going to be on the edge of our seats every weekend, right to the end.
Absolutely.
But I prefer to be in this seat now than the one we was in 2 games ago.
Absolutely.
I take being above the line going forward. Let's try and stay there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Let's try and stay there. You
mentioned Tell, and I think that it's been really interesting the way that De Zerbi has handled Tell as well. He's mentioned him in the press, said that he's not been playing him on his preferred side and stuff like that. But with Xavi out now, De Zerbi was saying this, that maybe he can clear his mind to just focus on the game, rather than doing what you said there, was every time that he gets a bite, he's over. And listen, I'm a fan of Tell. I don't think he's the finished article right now, but I do believe that if he give him a couple of seasons, I'd say next season more so than anything, but because he's been here for a couple of seasons.
I hear the logic. Yeah, totally hear it.
But the fact that he gets to start now, a bit like Kinsky, he can go, all right, and cool, I can concentrate on the performance. I don't have to concentrate on impressing or being a standout. He's been a standout, bro. In the sense of, for so long, especially under Tudor and the fraud, for so long, every time that he played, he was a highlight because of his effort alone, right? Yeah. The cross came in. Majority of the time, the cross would come in, but there'd be times where it'd go wayward, or he'd run into trouble, he'd run into 2 men, or he'd trip over himself, you know what I mean, wanting to do too much, wanting to prove too much. But, I mean, the application of the wingers against Villa, I just thought, fantastic, man. Fantastic, Like you saying there, let him trust both of his feet. Let him trust his left as well as his right.
Yeah. He takes the best corners at Tottenham.
Yeah, it's always on the button, bro. It's always on the button.
Got to believe in himself. Yeah.
And I think that with, again, De Zerbi going, I see you, I know what you're about. Also, I tried to sign you in January, just before he got sacked at Marseille, he tried to sign Tell.
Yeah.
I think all of those are massive things because there hasn't been a manager that has believed in Tell.
True.
We brought him in on loan, right? For Ange when we was in decimation. Yeah. We made that permanent in the summer. Whether that was Ange's decision or somebody else's decision or Lang's decision or Tweedledum and Tweedledee, whether it was their decision, I don't know. Right? But Frank's got him. Did not believe in him whatsoever. How many times was we calling for him to start?
Yeah.
When we was, again, injured galore. He'd come in, he'd play a good game, or he'd score a goal from open play. Do you remember? There was, I think it was like 11 games or 11 hours. It was Sank 11, right? That where we hadn't scored a goal from open play, and Tell was the first one to do that. yeah, to break that duck. But then what happened next game? He got dropped.
Yeah.
He got dropped. Why? Because he took a shot from outside the box. And we all know from the frauds tactics that, you know, shooting from outside the box, you don't normally score. Even though how many goals we conceded from outside the box?
Oh.
Right.
Don't do it.
So, right. Where did Gallagher score from on the weekend?
I do it.
All right.
Outside the box.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's not. Right. But so he hasn't had Frank, the fraud. I can't call him. Believing in him. Dropped him every time that he had a good game. Tudor's come in, hasn't got time. Do you know what I mean? Come in, played when there was nobody else to play. Again, he'd have a bright moment. Out. You got to remember that the fraud took him out of the Champions League squad as well. The attitude to be able to stay within it and to stay giving every time that he had an opportunity. He still came in to do that.
Yep.
You know, it was 50-50 whether he was going to stay or go at January because of the game time. But mostly, I believe now, because of the belief, I don't think there was a manager that believed in him. And then suddenly you get Zerbi, who not only believes in you, mate, but wanted to sign you a couple of months ago. Now you're working together. It's a world of difference now. It's a world of difference.
So, which game is Telgan scored a winner in, Leeds or Chelsea?
Do you know what? I feel it's going to be... I'm going to say Leeds.
Yeah.
I'll say Leeds, and Gallagher's going to score against Chelsea.
Okay. So we're going to have the moment where an ex-player's going to do it for us rather than against
Bro,
us.
tell me we don't deserve that. Anthony Costa, tell me we don't deserve that. Listen. Costa's a good friend of ours, right? We speak to Costa about football all the time. Every time that we are up against a former player, he's like, right, Doherty's going to score. Do you know what I mean? Like, bruv, straight away we know, Højbjerg's going to whoever's gone, he's going to score against us. And majority of the time, they do. He's right as well, which does my nutting, Costa. And I'm like, you jinxed it, bruv. But, bro, it's about time that the tide turned for us. And the tide is turning, so why not? Why not?
Okay.
You know, their midfield is all over the place. Their attitude is all over the place. Their belief is all over the place with the club and with the shirt and with the management and with the madness that is going on there. I don't know whether you saw the overlap with Pochettino. I didn't watch the whole thing because it would have made me upset. I will watch the whole thing, but I need to give it a couple of days. But one of the things that he was talking about when it came down to Chelsea was that they were a business. He tried to build a squad and he tried to build like a Chelsea core of players. Gallagher was one of them. Colwell was another one. You know, bring through some of their really talented youth. But they are very much a market. They buy and sell every single year. They buy a young one to try and flip the money in the next year. They're not there for any longevity. You know, I think it was Carragher that said it the other day that Chelsea will buy 2 wingers every single year. So what happens to that young winger that came in the year before? Yeah. And that has happened. And he's right. Yeah. He's absolutely right in it. Yeah. They've got Gittins there, bruv. I haven't seen him play. You know, Estavia. They've got a ton of wingers. They had Madueke. They had to get rid of Madueke. It's like, so it's all about money in a business. And that's what's hurting them right now. You know? So I want it. I need that tide to be shifted. I need that tide to turn around, and it is. It really is. And I need Gallagher to score that goal against Chelsea.
Well, look at that. We went to Molineux. We ain't won there in how many years? Right. And we got the win. So it's doable. It is. It is doable. Interesting, just looking minor Ricky's predictions that we did earlier on in the year when we was at the Fulham game. We looked at how it would play out. With 3 games left, how many points do you think we need from those 3?
Fuzzy. Well, look, I've said this. Just before, De Zerbi said we was going to win 5 games in a row. I was like, we're going to win the next 5 games. Now, I done that disillusionally. Yeah. And just in my bubble, I said, like, that's where we're at. And then De Zerbi came out and said it. And I was like, you see? I said, I was on the phone to him. I let him know this is what we're doing. And you know what? Out of the 5, we've won 2 out of 2 right now. Right? So... I'm just going to stick there. I'm sticking that we're going to win the rest of the games. Okay. I don't care right now. Okay. I don't care about reality. Okay. And I'll give you the score prediction for all 3 of them. 4-1. I've kept that since the beginning, right? So 2 games ago, I was like, you know, when this 5 games started, I'm like, we're going to win every one. And my scoreline for all of them, we haven't hit 4-1 yet. But as you know, But my scoreline for all of them is going to be 4-1. Go on.
4-1 order. Because my feeling is just going to be is that I feel that we've got 3 games, and honestly, realistically, I feel there is a hard game here.
Yeah.
So we both have said previously, when we wrote it down, that we were going to win 2 out of the 3.
Right.
So with the 2 out of the 3, would that be enough?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so, because like you said there, Gooners and Newcastle for West Ham are going to be really, really tough games, right? Now, the thing is with West Ham, which I've highlighted, is that they're the ones, for me, that have had the fight, the desire, the grit, the determination to get out of this scenario. Yeah. You know, if you ask me before Wolves who deserves, or before Zerbi, who deserves to come out of this scenario, I would have said West Ham. You know, honestly, and
that, no, I hear that.
Even though we're rivals and all of that,
you can't lie with what you see in front of your eyes.
Yeah, you know, they've deserved it. They've put the effort in to get out of it. But they're they're going up against them lot, and them not are in the chase. And that even if that's a draw, I think that helps both scenarios.
It does. Yeah, absolutely does.
But it's going to be a really tough game. Yep. Newcastle, they've just flipped again, right? Eddie Howe's job's on the line a little bit with the way that their season's gone. So I think that's going to be a tough game. And then Leeds at the end of it. Now, Leeds, even for us,
tough game.
They have upped their game and something sparks in them. Yeah. You know, Okafor, Calvert-Lewin, they, you know, as a team, as a unit, they're pushing forward.
Yeah. And they're safe now.
And they're safe.
Yeah.
So that pressure's off. Yeah. So they don't have to win, which means sometimes having the shackle off can allow you to be even better.
Just be free to play
Just
football.
To be free.
Yeah.
So for me, bro, if we win 2 out of the last 3, I'm saying we're winning all 3. But if we win 2 out of the last 3, I think we should be good.
Cool.
Where you at?
Yeah, I'm looking at what we predicted, and I'm like, if that goes how we predicted it, I feel we will be safe. And I didn't want it to go to the last game of the season, but I feel it may do. I would love to be at the end of the Chelsea game to know our future. I wouldn't want it to go to that Everton game, because Everton is a tough game. And the last game of the season, at home, the Spurs fans up for it, players up for it. I just want it. You know what? I just want us to be in control of our own destiny. Yeah. Which we are right at this point. So I want us to hold on to that, to be in control of our own destiny.
You know, you spoke about, we spoke about it in the last episode, but we spoke about Chelsea. And I was saying, you know they're going to love to try and stick the knife in this scenario. Right? Yeah. It's going to be a cup final for them. They've had a terrible end of the season so far. They've got the FA Cup final, and Jason Cundy said this on TalkSport as well. But they've got the FA Cup final that they care about, and then they've got the Tottenham game, which they want to put us down. But you said it in the last episode, bro, where it was like, but what if we turn up? Do you know what I mean? Wouldn't we love to secure our Premier League status against them lot?
Absolutely.
And
we're in control of that.
Right now.
We're in control of that.
Right now. Yeah. And a lot of that credit, I've got to say, has got to go to Zerbi.
100%. 100%.
You know, there's so many things that I loved about what he's saying and how he is. He is such a Tottenham manager. I really believe in him. And he's only been here for 4 or 5 weeks. Everything that he said has been perfect. You look at what he said before Villa. Let's stop the crying. Yep. Like, what do you want us to do? Yep. Let's stand up. You look at you look at what he said as soon as he turned up, which was that we're gonna stay up. We do have quality players. You know, if we're in a relegation zone towards the end of the season, are you gonna stay? Yes, I am gonna stay. You know what I mean? After the Brighton game, was that last minute goal conceded? Is that heartbreak for the? No. He shut it down. No. All they need to know is to follow me, trust in me, and we'll go where we're going. So there's been so much, bro. Even holding the Tottenham team to account. Yep. Now, the fans have been accused of being toxic because we have been the only ones throughout this season that have tried to hold Tottenham to account, to try and hold the bar up and go, that ain't good enough. 0-0 and trying to hold on for a 0-0 against Brentford is not good enough. It's not good enough, right? There's been many of those games. what I love about De Zerbi as well is that Wolves, he's like, I didn't like that second half. Even though we won it.
Yeah.
I didn't like that second half. I felt we gave away too much control, but I felt that was nerves. The last minute goal against Brighton, he's like, we need to make sure that we're switched on. There were certain things that I didn't like about that. We played, there's certain things that were really good, but there's certain things that I didn't like about that. Even Villa, bro, which is some have arguably said that that's our best game of the Premier League season. He was like, yeah, but you know what? I don't like that. We conceded in the last seconds. And the fact that he's putting out into the press and to us that he notices what's wrong within the game, that he's noticing what we're seeing, watching at home or being in the stands, or being around the world, wherever you're watching. If he's seeing what we're seeing and then he's going to highlight it, gives me confidence that he can then take those lessons into the training field to then try and fix them, rectify them, or make sure that they don't happen again.
I think the interesting thing that you've highlighted there is how he's holding people accountable, but we're seeing the changes. When Frank was here, at the start of his reign, he was doing that. Remember, like, he would be in a program and he would say exactly what we were seeing and exactly how we were feeling. He'd go, cool, he gets it. But then what would happen the next game is nothing would change. There would be no improvement. There wouldn't. You highlighted a problem, but you didn't rectify it or change it. And I think what Zerbi is doing is being held accountable by his own actions, by his own words, because he's delivering that.
He's the only one that is back to his chat.
Yeah, back in his chat, 100%, and the players are backing it too. And that's why I'm in a place of real positivity, of real hope, of real belief, because of what he has instilled in the team, which has then given us as fans, as you quite rightly said, the standard that we want to see, they are delivering it.
Right.
And if we get that for the next 3 games, I don't see us going down.
No.
It won't make sense to give what we've been giving and to perform the way we're performing in our last 3 games of the season. I don't see us being relegated.
No.
I don't see it.
But that's why the fraud is the fraud, because he was one that whether he highlighted what was wrong, he would then not go in and fix it, or when he highlighted what we was about to do in the game, we're going to play front-footed football, we're going to play aggressive, we're going to do this, and we would not see it. They would play passive, and that's another reason why he's a fraud, bruv.
Yeah, then start changing his tune, and oh no, it's great what we're seeing. Go, no, it ain't.
How many times?
Yeah, he started to switch it up.
How many times?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what? That's why De Zerbi is the guy right now.
De Zerbi deserves to be where he is.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. And I don't know how we fell on it or how we got there, because whoever's making decisions upstairs, they've not. They must have that, that magic 8 ball. That's what I reckon. Who's making the decisions? The magic 8 ball, and they're like, should we sign? No, you shouldn't sign. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
so could they have magically got it right?
Yeah, yeah. So I think that they magically got it. Should we sign this? Yes, we should. Okay, we will. We will. Because the whole Tudor thing, you're going from Frank to Tudor in a style of football. Dal. All right, he was supposed to be the Croatian firefighter.
Yeah.
But my goodness, bro, it was... What changed under Tudor?
Things got worse.
Things got worse?
It's got worse.
Things got worse, bro.
Yeah.
So, finally, they stumbled on the right guy. Thank goodness we're seeing the change week in, week out. Mm-hmm. Thank goodness that we can be prideful of our team right now. We can hold our heads up a little bit. The boys are playing with integrity. Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness. It's such a world of difference. And like you say there, bro, it's like I can't see us going down now in that sense. Yes, it's not over. I'm not saying that it's over.
No, it's not.
It's 3 tough games. Like you said there, those 3 games, we could lose all 3 of them.
Oh, absolutely.
On paper, we could lose all 3 of them.
All 3. Yeah.
But I've got a belief in this side now.
Yeah.
I look at the fight. I look at the want. I look at the desire up until the last moments. Do you know what I mean? And we've still got those last moment jitters in us.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's not like everything's been sorted out.
No, totally agree.
But I've got so much more belief now than I have had all season, bro. And for me, De Zerbi he's the man. Oh my goodness, he is a Tottenham manager. He's the Tottenham man. I like the aggression. I like the attacking. I like what he says. I like how he holds up the reporters. Did you see how he gave it to Bridgie?
Oh,
Bridgie, I love you, Bridgie. But
yes.
that was hilarious. Your stutter, bruv, was Bridge, your stutter was what? Me? Huh? Me? You been watching me? Bruv, you cracked me up. And even the octaves.
Yep.
The octaves went high as well. Oh, Michael Bridge, I love you to bits, bro. I love you to bits, but my goodness, that cracked me up at home.
Oh, the joys. You know what? It's a nice place to be today where we can smile. It's a nice place where we can...
smiled the whole...
Oh, smiled. And you know what? I think it's interesting because I remember when the Zerbi came in, you were on the fence. You said, "You need to show me something."
Yes.
And I'm glad that we can go 4 games in and he's showing you.
Yeah.
And that's what we needed to see. And we're here and we said we'll show up and we're still showing up. And theoretically, what, 2 more before the end of the season?
Wait, what we got? Okay, so next up, our next show would be after Chelsea. So we'll do Leeds,
that's the plan.
Chelsea.
After Chelsea.
And then we've got
we'll
the final
see
game.
where we're at.
Yeah.
Yeah. We may do something fun for the last game.
Oh.
Let's just see what happens.
Mate.
Let's see what Tottenham give us and see what we can give you.
Listen now. Listen to me now. Everton, bruv, I'm coming with a bottle of champagne, bruv. Let me tell you. I don't know what bottle. I'm going to say champs right now, but I don't know what bottle I'm bringing. But let me tell you, if by Everton, bro, by the time we finish the season, everything goes swimmingly well, I am the bottle sitting here. And me and this little Ricky here, do you know what I mean? We're gonna be on it because Darren, he's gonna drink for Darren, and I'll have the other one.
Best.
My goodness.
So people, thank you again for watching. It's been a pleasure having you all here. Please keep subscribing. Also keep sharing it because we can see that it's going further than our followers. So every one of you who's pushing it out there to others, thank you, bless you. And look, I've been Heartman.
Ricky Nord in the house, and let's see, Darren, if we can beat our most watched episode of 13.
Let's see
if 14 can be a bit more.
Yeah, let's see if 14 can be the number one.
Number one.
Yeah, make 14 number one.
Come on, because this is the positive one. We've wanted to do this all season. Can we make 14 the most watched, please? Please, let's make this happen, all right? Because I've waited for this moment. This is what this pod was supposed to be about. Oh my days. But bless you, thank you, love you from wherever you're watching all around the world. It's always an honor and a pleasure. We love doing this, being here together, but we also love doing this and sharing this with you and you becoming part of our family. We love this, man. We
read every comment.
We do.
Trust me, we read every comment.
Love the comments. Thank you. Keep making them.
All right.
Should we get out of it? All right, and cool. Yeah, zoom in on that one. Yeah, no, you can zoom in this one, bro. You can zoom in on this one, all right? Bro, that hour went quick. That felt like 15 minutes.
Yeah, quick. I figured because I don't even have to time it anymore. Like, I put the phone out, I can just feel the vibe with it. I know where we're at.
Bro,
yeah.
You know what? I think it was the other day. I put this on for D2.
Yeah.
But as I've thingied it, searched it up, I've looked at our videos. Bro, the amount of consistency, 108, 117, 117, 160, 160, 114, 130, 116, 180. I'm like, I love that consistency there, bro.
Yeah. You're totally with that. I'm going to press space